Hello and happy Monday. It is November 15th and wow, what a day yesterday was. After looking at the astrology of things and just really sitting with my thoughts and a good night of sleep and some dreams, I think I've managed to filter through that which I was talking about yesterday. So this is a little bit of an add-on to that. With an interesting realization, and it kind of started with a message from an old friend who will always have a place in my heart. I don't hold grudges, but I can also say that I have a lot of old friends, and that's kind of the point of this. I was asked if I was okay because I seem sad, and in all honesty, I am sad. I am. But I'm not, When I look at the state of things out there, I can't help but see it all. I've never been really one of those people that can just take a thing and let it go. You know what I mean? It's not that I fixate on it, but I pay attention, and then I research, and I am always looking. I just pay attention, and I've got this heart that never quits. Like today, I feel like my heart is on steroids. It's crazy. I'm emotional, but in a good way. As I start to really realize, this is Love Week, by the way. As I start to really realize the reasons behind my individual motivations, and just come to a deeper understanding. So I hope this can be of some relevance and a good explanation as to, this is the journey, and this has been me sharing my journey with you. And so if in any way it can trigger an upliftment or a pondering or whatever, I truly believe that I'm here to help, and I've been trying to figure that out my whole life. I was a massage therapist for 15 years for a reason, but that came to an end, but it kind of all comes together. So where I'm at with everything is I realized that as much as I'm on fire, like hard on steroids kind of thing, and as much as I would like to say that, like I love myself, I think I'm pretty great, I'm pretty caring, I don't think I did. I mean, like on a surface level, it's really mucky where I am. On a surface level, I can tell myself, yeah, I love myself, I think I'm great, and we all can do that, but do we really? What kind of things do we tolerate? What kind of things do we put up with? What kind of things are we just okay with? What kind of things are we doing to try to sell ourselves to others? Like I thought about Facebook the other day, which I don't use anymore. I use Messenger though. And I was talking about I was thinking about how, like, it's essentially just advertising, It's, whether you're using it for business or you're using it for personal, it's that calling card, that constant reminder of like, hey, I'm here, I'm here. It keeps putting that note or that thought bubble in people's heads to think about you and to consider you and to remember to invite you to this, that, or the other thing. And I've felt very isolated in removing myself from that platform because I realized that, like, all of a sudden I don't seem to exist. And I've had to pick between two worlds, essentially. And yes, I do YouTube, and I've been doing a little bit more Instagram stuff, but very, like, tepidly, because I don't want that to be my world. That's how I can take these things that I'm learning out here in the real world, or coming to terms with, or figuring out, or experiencing. Out here in the real world, I'm living, and I use these tools as a way to kind of share it out there, because also because I'm not on the social medias as much, I have very much not been aware of the things that are going on, and kind of out of the loop in a lot of ways. And that's been an adjustment, I'll admit it. And this is where it kind of comes together, is that I'm a helper, and I'm a giver, and I'm a lover, and like, I just want to be of service to humanity and a steward of our planet. That's it. I want to hold myself in love. I want to try to be understanding and non-judgmental and loving and caring and nurturing of myself, my friends, my family, humanity as a whole, and stewarding the planet. That's my sole drive, is to give of myself. But what I've realized, especially as the folks in my life that have fallen away, is that, and I have no grudges there. I would gladly welcome anybody back into my life, because I'm still who I am, and I still love unconditionally, right? But I can see how my desire to give and be of service for a very long time didn't necessarily have the right reason behind it. And what I mean by that is, it was almost a needy desire to prove myself, or to earn a spot in the hearts of others. I felt like I had to give and give and give of myself, go above and beyond as much as I could, show up all the time, always be on when I was in your presence. Try not to get complainy, and I ended up getting complainy. And to just be that person that everybody knew that Jen's the one you call. She'll always show up for you. And I was, for a long time, that person. And I was surrounded by a lot of people who I thought loved me, and that filled me up. That was a bit of a self-serving, needy thing that I did from a good place, because that's my mission here. Like, that's why I'm here. But it was a little twisted, because I didn't love myself enough. I didn't think highly enough of myself to think that just me, being me in the essence of who I am, was enough for people to want me around. But I kept giving and giving and giving, and slowly broke down to a point where I had nothing left to give to anyone, especially myself. And I was running on empty, and quite frankly, woke up most days wishing I hadn't woke up. knowing that I had this mission and this fierce love inside of me and this fierce desire to do better for myself and for my people, and then for all the people and for the planet, and sitting and watching as it idly just goes in this crazy disarray that I don't understand nor can I make sense of. And I got down and I stopped being able to show up for people like I wanted to, because I wasn't filling my cup back up. And at some points I would even get angry and be like, look, I knew that if I stopped doing, everybody would disappear, and it became a self-fulfilling prophecy. But it's not because I stopped doing that everybody disappeared. It's because I stopped seeing my worth. I stopped seeing my value. I didn't love myself enough to realize that, yeah, no, people genuinely do love me and like to have me around. And I don't say that to be egotistical. I say that to recognize that, like, I do have so much to offer the world, and so much heart, and so much desire to do great things, and to just help. And we're at this strange point in civilization where it's like, go one way or go the other, right? Are we going this technocracy, total control way, or are we going back to the land and just gonna live this natural tribal way? And I don't think it has to be a decision necessarily. The decision comes within each of us, and I don't want to be totally immersed in a tech world, or in the world of, you know, corporations and retail and big business and big pharma and all of that controlling everything. But I do genuinely care about people a lot, and I desire that community and the family and the being of service to others, because that's who I am, not because I think I need to earn my spot in anyone's life. And that's where I made the mistake. It always was service to others, but then it became self-serving because I felt so bad about myself, and I just wanted to be seen. I just wanted to be heard. I just wanted to be loved, and I didn't think that people would if I didn't do. So I did. And now I understand that that's just me, and I am a person who wants to be there rolling up my sleeves and pitching in. And I've come to the conclusion that perhaps part of the pitching in is being that bridge between the two worlds, inviting you to come out and play, and then showing up here to share that with you. It doesn't have to be exactly one or the other, but I do know that people need to get out more, and that's where I am. I'm out here, but I'm always ready, willing, and able to jump to help others and to be there for others. Only I had to get to the place where I realized that that's just my mission. It doesn't add to my worth or my value as a human being on this planet, because we all have worth, we all have value, we all deserve to be loved and respected and treated with a sense of equity. We all deserve freedom, good health, nutritional food, fresh air. And I truly believe the freedom to roam and love and be in community and be there for each other, right? We've gotten so turned around into this idea of out for self when this whole thing doesn't happen if we're not helping each other, if we're not working together. It just won't. It just won't keep happening. We'll eat it away, we'll destroy it. So I carry a lot. I'm a heart person. I cry easy. I cry about happy things. I cry about sad things. And I'm never going to stop. That's who I am. I'm not going to apologize for it either. But what I am going to say is that I want to be of service because of that great capacity of love that I hold in here. Like, it's overwhelming sometimes to care. And so you end up giving and giving and giving. And if you're not remembering that, like, that love should come on you too, and if you keep giving without allowing yourself to receive back, because it's okay to receive, you will burn out, you will get empty, and you might get a little bit shitty with other people. But generally it's because you're probably feeling shitty about yourself. And that's where I was. And I'm still on that same mission. But that mission is because I have so much love for humanity. I have so much hope that I want to be out there doing the best that I can to spread the love, to spread the hope, to spread the connection, to encourage people to get outside and turn off their screens, to live. I'm not saying do it all the time, but let's bridge that gap, right? But I can't continue to give of myself and give and give and give when it's just being taken. That's really not how it works, right? So we have to protect ourselves in that and take a pause back and recognize that, like, yes, people need your help, but if you don't have the energy or the strength or the will to do it that day, you should not feel bad about not being able to show up. But we need to start showing up for each other more. We really do. So I was leading that life of showing up for folks because I felt called to do it. But it was needy. It was out of fear, a fear of not being loved, a fear of not being liked, a fear of not being wanted. It was out of love, but I had to love myself first. I had to understand that, like, I'm just as worth it as the next person. And you're just as worth it as the next person. We all deserve to be loved, respected. We all deserve fresh air, good water. You know, we all do. And if you find yourself digging your own grave to be able to build the basement for somebody's mansion, then maybe you should hand the shovel over to them. Or find them another shovel and they can help. When you're giving from a full cup and you keep filling that cup up, that increases your capacity to keep giving. And so here I am in this position where, like, I don't have anything to give other than my love and my support and my encouragement or my stories. my time. But because I've learned finally, took me a long time, that I deserve to be loved whether I'm putting myself out, working like a dog, making beautiful meals, helping you with your thing, whether I'm unable to do anything other than like open my eyes and lay there in bed. We're all humans. And our deepest urges and our deepest reasons for being here are love. And that starts inside, and then it can just spread. And we think fear rules the day. And because of fear, sometimes we end up doing or saying things that aren't overly authentic. And that's okay. And if you can acknowledge that and come to a place of forgiveness for that and some compassion for that, and remember to love yourself, today's a new day. And then tomorrow is a new day too. So you can always choose to change your behavior. You can always choose to change your approach. And I truly believe be forgiven for ways that you acted because fear was ruling you. And you forgot about self-love. And you forgot about the universal abundance of love. And you forgot about love of others, love of our planet. Love is everything. It's an energy, it's a vibe. It literally is the saving grace of everything, because it is everything. It's bigger and better than fear. But fear will eat you up inside. Fear will cause anger, resentment, sadness, greed. Fear will lead to the most crazy behaviors. But love can overcome that. So I don't know how I'm going to continue to be of service on a scale that ensures that I know I'm serving the right mission. But I do know that the way that I'm moving forward, and I'd encourage anybody to move forward, is from a sense of self-love, self-forgiveness, and a real true realization that I might have done something shitty at one point or another. We all have. And love forgives that. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. I love you.